Okay, so we're trying to make this really, really quickly. Okay, first of all, I wanted to tell you, I keep we keep getting interfered back here, Mr. Sid. So we wanted to tell you, we try to come back here and sit and make these recordings and not be bothered by the prostitutes from their American government and all the other horrible people that came after us, like Nazi Germany people that came trying to kill us, to take our things. Basically, so my beloved Shabtai and the rest of our people, beloved royal citizens, and people wanted try to help me remember all that man had done. Okay, so I gave him a title, I stripped it, all right? I gave him a title, listen to everybody, knowing that I would have to strip it, obviously, because obviously what everybody was telling me that he had done something. I remembered him. I remembered a lot of him, but not what exactly he threatened to try to kill us, before we could strip the title, Mr. Sid, because he had done something wrong. He was trying to, he was incorrect, Mr. Sid. So, and when we were little kids, he's a little bit older than we are, Mr. Sid, but I remembered him, Mr. Sid. And I was really kind of mad that he would actually try to do that. What you saw was the Americans and the Catholics trying to set up a Catholic state and an American state in our things. Now, well, I couldn't wait. We couldn't wait to tell you. I couldn't wait to tell you that we're the king and queen of Palestine. Me and my beloved community, and our beloved royal family, with the beloved royal family of Palestine. King David was king of Palestine. God probably showed us as King David and Bathsheba, also Abigail and Michael, the same person. They said, I left as Abigail and Michael and came back as Bathsheba. So I'm going to tell you that too, the God protocol. We look the same we did then as we do now. So we don't need to tell you that too, again, as we told you before. So, basically, so we wanted to tell you all these things. I couldn't wait to tell you. Remember the pages where you saw the emblems? Palestinian police, Jewish Palestinian police. You remember seeing that? You remember seeing that? Okay, those are ours. They're not for sale. You remember that on those pages that we showed you? And so said, so those are our things. Those are from a time period. You see the uniforms. Our uniforms are Turkish and Russian and Israeli. You remember the uniforms? But so we wanted to have that too. So remember those things we showed you. All right. So I wanted to tell you that. Okay. So now the man got caught trying to do things. Remember we told you that we deported the Abadot. Nasik Melik Itzhak Rabin. We didn't know where to put the people because we saw them eating human flesh. The population of Palestinian territories came and got us one day and said, you're our king and queen. But they said we're little kids, me and my beloved community said, the people said, you're a king, queen, and help us. We give them airports. This is a long time ago, and they wanted tourism. They let the people in, and you see how they come now in here when they do, the bad Americans. They come in and Nazi German people, they come in and they try to take over and start telling people what to do. They said we thought they were nice. They came in. They started telling us what to do. And they start ordering us around and start killing us. And they said they started eating us. I told you what I saw that day. I was like, they took us to some man was eating a Borman, a Leah man, and I went. I could see through it. It was making me sick. He was squeezing some stuff from my finger. And he was eating it. It was really disgusting. We deported people to the center. And it's not cruel because we said we didn't know where they came from. Those and we were sending them to a place where they're eating the population. We saw a man here a few weeks ago, about a week or two ago. He was running. I know the other man just saw it, thought it was real. It was a blonde-haired man. He had a T-shirt that said cannibal. But no, that he did that. I said, don't think that man's not telling the truth. They said it was a homosexual wearing a T-shirt saying he was a cannibal. So it's really, really incorrect because people to saw came to try to eat. Remember, God said they came to try to eat us like everybody else. It's a sin. So we're just going to try to and Catholics human flesh. So that's what that living dead was about. So we know that the population, some of the population is wicked. Okay, so we're not to be worried about the wicked population because God says just because the wicked is a larger number doesn't mean that we won't make it because we're a smaller number. So we don't do that too. So the man I was really upset when the man did that. But it's a sin. They got caught trying to make up a Catholic and American state in our thing. So now you see what we told you. It's larger than two things, right? And Switzerland is part of our kingdom. It's the largest kingdom that ever was, never will be, and God made it just for us, and we're the king queen of a large kingdom that's forever and ever, never transfer the people. It's a sin, and it was always like this. So people perished trying to kill us and trying to take our things. They got found out. It's a sin. So they were always coming the bad Americans always blowing up our people. It seemed like they even blew up their own people one time. Trying to take our things. They were trying to take our things. And we told you that God told us in our Tanakh, if to act this way, not to keep that. It's not ours. We told you when the Bubby was still alive. Bubby Golda Meir, and the Golda Meir, we saw that there were people from other places inside there, like California surfer type person. As people, and she was going to tell it, but she was murdered before she could. Her and our Abdul Bidon Sikh Mark Zuckerberg when they were trying to shield us, basically, we tell that too. And some Borman type person, like the person we saw eating human flesh, stabbed them with acid filled syringe with acid. And they died from those injuries. They were trying to shield our bodies in Turkey, and the Turks caught the man and executed the man for what he did to Bubby. Nasika Bubby, Goldameyer, and Abado Bendo Nasika, Mark Zuckerberg. He died at 28. That's what I saw him at 28. And so basically, we don't get to that too again. So now, our kingdom, the original words for the kingdom of Israel, because King David was king of Palestine. You can see that in some excerpts of rabbis can tell you that it says that the Canaan and Palestine. And somebody said, and so and wanted to tell you that, and so ancient kingdom of Palestine, where the king and queen of me and my beloved king, and the kingdom of Israel and Judah, and our kingdom is very, 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 very large. Okay, Persia and Israel. Okay, we all get along. If somebody's trying to hurt us, that's outside of our things. God said people that are hurting us and trying to keep us from being are trying to take our things. Everybody knows how that Abdullah Benjamin Netanyahu is the president of Persia as well as the prime minister of Israel. We're part Persian, basically. So and Padam Aram, that's also my name. So I want to tell you that too. I have a very long name. There's another part too. The character in Star Wars was also named after me. And so it's the Queen Amaya. And so Amalia, so it's related to that too. Now, also, we want to tell you that these things are real. What we're telling you, and it doesn't go backwards. Our kingdom is quite large. Okay, so now we get along. And Teresa May is not doing anything. Neither our beloved relative Teresa May is not doing anything. She's saying bring some. She died a long time ago on her way to Parliament. Remember, I told you that. And our relative, Abdullah bin Marconi's not doing anything either. He died a long time ago too. A gay shot him outside of the bakery after he was giving his speech. And the gay came and shot him. He said he knew that he would pass laws where gays couldn't be, and so he killed him like that. They died a long time ago. Teresa May, our relative Teresa May, died on her way to Parliament, tried to drop her children off daycare and school, and her husband and her were in the car. We got a phone call. Remember I told you that? We're like 5 years old when my beloved she died. We're like 5 years old. We're waiting for them to come. And they didn't come because they died that day. So, okay, so you're seeing things. We get along because we get along, all right? Because everybody knows that we get along. So we're telling you what people try to do. People are attacking us. They did bad things, and we're telling you what happened. It's not ever going to go backwards the way it was. It's going to go forward in the way that God intended things to be. It's going to be the way that our God intended things to be, and the beginning. Because what makes you think God didn't beat all the bad people and all the bad fallen angels? Because God does win. We're the people, our beloved guys got along, and we win. Me and my beloved keep the street. All family keeps the people, beautiful families of our kingdom. They're beautiful animals. Our very kingdom are God's animals, and God gave them to us to be with us. And we're and our beloved royal kingdom lasts forever, never transfer to people, and it's sealed. We live for eternity. Our ground is holy, but it's sin. So I was really upset about what that man had done. He was trying to bring in those. I told you what those black women were doing. When we deported them, we deported some of them from the center. When we knew some of them came from, the black woman threatened me in America, in New York. She said that they get into our kingdom any way they could, and the Russian part, the Turkish part, and try to kill us all. They had come in and tried to make babies with those men didn't want. Those men wanted them to go, and the Palestinian territories, they brought bad men to eat them. Those terrible women, and the women obviously were doing things like that too. So and they were mad because they couldn't get inside the other part of our kingdom, couldn't get inside the Israeli part, our part, and they had come to try to take our things, like I said. And so they gave threats like that. Because some people we could send out to where we thought they came from. She came from New York, but the way she was, we had some evidence she actually did come from there, and then she gave threats when she saw me on the streets. Well, New York that time, when Mom and I, my beloved Christine and I, and Mom, Auntie, the secret disruptors were over there because we had things, basically said. And so we just wanted to tell you that. So, because I'm from over here, and everybody knows that. And they were trying to do all kinds of things to us. So we want to tell you that again, too. But what you saw was the Americans and the bad people. And there's more than just Bishop Desmond Tutu. There was other bishops that tried to take our things. So we just want to tell you that. So that's what happened. So now we'll talk to you as soon as we can. We have other things we want to talk to you about. No.